Because once I start to complain about any of that, it starts to mess with my legacy. I didn't get nothing for training day. How about that? I didn't get a 0, but it changed my life forever. You didn't know who I was if it wasn't for a no-paying job. First of all, it named somebody to play football for money when they start. You don't get no money.
Right.
You play football for free. You play basketball for free. Then you get all the way to the pros and you get the millions. Ain't no other way, bruh. There's nothing else. Wait, there's no way to hop, skip, and jump this thing. You see what I'm saying? But that's the thing. People are trying to invent ways to get right to the money. But hey, man, first of all, nobody knew who I was, and I got my shot. I got paid maybe $4,000 on Friday after next, but that's why I came up to Cuba and said, thank you. Thank you.
That was a start.
That was the start. Now,
Ooh,
I make money now.
You've been a part of 3 shows that did at least 100 episodes. Yeah. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Are We There Yet? Everybody Hates Chris. That's an extremely rare feat for a single actor to have 3 different shows.
Very rare.
To reach that.
Very rare. But again, I love working. I love what I'm doing. Just did a movie with Dave Bautista coming out next year called The Killer's Game. So honored, man. Like, who gets this, dude? I'm living. You talking to an old football player. You know that.
Yeah.
When I look at the players I play with, and they just like, man, you killing it, man. You like, and I got to take it. But again, when I look at the fact that tomorrow's not promised,
right?
Shannon. I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow. So I'm going, and I'm going to take it. But every one of those roles makes me better. I learned on the fly. I didn't go to school.
Right.
So I learned by doing 100 episodes a show.
Right.
You know, it's funny. I'm on the road. I learned by acting. So Tashina Arnold, she'd be sitting there and I was like, man, these lines, they're hard to learn. These lines, I'm trying to learn these lines. She said, Terry, sing them. I said, what are you talking about? She said, sing your lines. And you sing it. You know how you sing. You memorize songs, right?
Yes.
She said, when you talk it, sing it. And you remember it. See, that's a seasoned actress telling me the keys to the game, and I'm ready to receive it. Dude, I said, it changed my life.
Right.
And Tashina is one of the most brilliant been acting since she was a kid. And she had all this knowledge, but I'm open to it because I'm like, how do I do this? And I have no problem asking for help. Right. No problem.
You turned down the Expendable 4 roles because of an assault and because you refused to withdraw the petition of the civil suit. Was that difficult for you, or were you standing on, as they say, not business, but principle?
It was extremely difficult because I love those guys, man. We did this together. You know, Randy Couture, Dolph Lundgren, Sylvester Stallone. I call him my dad in the business. He was like, man, I'm gonna put you in this thing. And then when the 4th one came, the producer told me, you ain't gonna be in it if you don't drop this case. I said, come on, man. I said, what kind of game are you playing? Now remember, I already been manipulated by the NFL. I'll never forget when I had to go home on that Monday. I had to bring back my playbook.
Right.
So you can get rid of me anytime you want. You know what I mean? But this was my terms. This is my Barry ain't going back. You know what I mean? This is me like, no, I'm not going to nod my head yes and mean no. I mean no this time.
Right.
And I love those guys, man. Jason Statham, all of them. And I hope we can do something together in the future. And it ain't their fault. You know what I mean? But there was just things I have to say, remember now, like I said, if I'm doing it, you got to know I've already counted all the costs. All the costs. And I've done many, many things for free, but that meant more to me than the things I got paid a lot of money on.
How difficult was it to come out? Because you said a Hollywood exec groped you.
Yeah.
And that's not easy for a man, especially a man of your stature.
Right.
And then all of a sudden the fabrications of the stories that started being fabricated about you.
Yeah.
Did you think, because you said anytime you come out with something, you've already calculated the risk and the cost of whatever you're going to say or do.
Yeah.
Did you think you would get the kind of blowback or Because I don't think a whole lot of people believed you.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be strange. First of all, if it hadn't happened to me and I heard it, I'd have been like, man, what is this dude talking about? Mm-hmm. That's why I never got mad. I couldn't get mad at people going, man, what are you doing, man? Big ass Terry Crews.
Right.
But see, I'd already been through probably 8 years of therapy, me and my wife, rebuilding, me understanding what true power was, me understanding that it wasn't about how hard you see, you got to understand, in the NFL, road rage works. That works. But in real life, go to jail. Real life, hey man, you do what you did on the NFL football field, you do what you did in MMA, you going to jail, straight to jail.
Right.
Jail full of cats that was like, I ain't taking that.
Right.
And I realized, well, because my wife made me promise, she said, Terry, because she, I used to have hair trigger and temper and be fighting people. And she was like, man, what are you doing? She's like, we're going to lose everything. You can't do this. You got a son now. And the son was my last one. That's my fifth. She's like, you want to be able to show him, you want to be able to be there for him, but you acting like this? And I realized something. And I said, man, there's much more power in thinking your way out of situations than fighting your way out of them. And this was what blew me away. It's because my wife was right there. And I remember we went home and I was like, this is bullshit. I was like, I can't believe this. She said, Terry. She said, ain't a woman in your life ain't been through that shit. Said, okay. Wow. And she said, now what you gonna do? He said, because we can't fight our way throughout this stuff. He said, your daughter, your mother, me, been places where you just had to eat it. I said, you're right. And I said, you know what though? I said, I'm gonna do it the other way. I'm gonna sue him. And she said, there you go. And I'm gonna tell you how to do it. Wow. My wife was right there with me. And she said, you tell what happened and you show people this could happen. And I remember, I said, hey man, size ain't got nothing to do with it. First of all, if you did it, I mean, look, it's like saying I'm too big to get shot. Well.
Actually, you the perfect size.
You see what I'm saying? Hey, well, if the bullet hit,
yeah.
You know what I mean? No, I'm big, I'm giant. My chest was so, no, that went right through. I'm standing there and it happened.
Yeah.
Just if I don't say nothing, that don't mean it didn't happen.
Correct.
So what does that mean? But now I said, hold up. Because they were telling me that he could get away with it, he could do it. This is my agency, man. I'm like, I paid y'all millions of dollars, man, millions. And of course, I'm sitting here going, I'm on the black side of this thing. So I'm going, yo, wait a minute. Now, would you be doing this to your white clients?
Right.
I'm going, I said, so what is going on? Why is this dude still there? And they said, well, they thought I was trying to do some money, like give me a money grab. I said, no. I said, I don't want no money, but he got to go. You don't get to touch the clients. You don't get to do that. And all of a sudden they were like, no, he gets to stay. He's a partner. I was like, all right, we're going to, and dude, I spent $500,000 of my own money. But how many women have that? How many people have that? How many? I was in the position, like I said, how many? I get to have that because I got that kind of money. But for me, I would have spent $1 million to win $1. And I said to my wife, and my wife was like, go ahead, Terry. She said, this is how you fight.